Morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Make sure I have this phone. This is the great Slick Rick the Ruler. Got my shirt tucked in. Slick Rick the Ruler. Children's story. One of the greatest rappers to ever come out of the UK, but also to ever rap. He was a storyteller. Man, I get a lot of tools and ideas and tricks from Slick Rick, Uncle Ricky. Um, I've had something on my mind for a while. I'm not the type of guy. I'm not the drama guy. I try to avoid drama. Um, I really. I'm not an argumentative person. You know. Uh, that's just me. That's just how I am. But as you can see by the title, this is one of those. This is one of those videos that is talking about something that has been bothering me for a while. I'm gonna light some Palo Santos here, and that is the fact that I was told something by Charlamagne the God. This was, and I looked at the date on the picture. The picture that, if you come here too early, you might not see the picture because it takes a while to upload the thumbnail. But, and I'll show you the picture right now. So, if you're looking at it too early, um, oh boy. Like I said, I'm not a drama guy. I'm not a drama king or whatever. So let me show you this picture. Okay, this is the picture I have. I wonder if you guys can see this. And this is I got to get a computer, so bear with me. I had this computer. This is a $150 computer I got from Best Buy. Um, I think I had this computer about 5, 6 years. But this is the first picture we took together. That's the first picture. And then here's the second one. And the one I'm showing you, the first one I showed you is the one that's on the thumbnail. Now what he's doing right here is he's actually writing my phone number down in the book that I gave him, telling me something specifically. Okay? That's Charlamagne the God. That's me. I'm no God, but I am a writer. Okay? And this is at the Black Expo event in Columbia, South Carolina. And I think the year was 2017. That's the date on the picture. I went into the properties and looked at the date. Um, so what was he telling me? First of all, I'm not a drama king. I don't look for drama. I try to avoid dramas, any kind of drama. I don't like the public scene or anything, which is another reason why it's hard for me to, you know, like I said, I'm not that guy. But he was telling me, and this is 2017, 18, I think. I don't, could be 19, but the date says 17. So 17, uh, 7 years ago? No, it can't be that long. I think it was 19. I think it was 2019. Somebody has to look up when his book came out, Black Privilege. Um, so I drive all the way up to Columbia. It's about an hour and a half drive, and I respect the fact that celebrities get a lot of people coming at them. I respect that. Celebrities get a lot of people coming at them asking for favors, asking for help, which is why I probably won't ever do this again. So I drive all the way up to Columbia, South Carolina. My God, let me turn this phone off. And I get there, wait around. He's a keynote speaker or something like that. He comes out. I'm sitting in the front row. He says a few things, and then the room was opened up for questions. It's about maybe 200 people in the room. So I'm a little bit on edge because I don't like talking in front of people. I'm not the get up in front of your face, which I may have to get better at that. I mean, I've been on camera. I've been interviewed by local networks, Fox 24. Been interviewed by a few people here in Charleston. But getting up in front of a crowd is something I got to get used to doing. So I get up, stand up, and give my spiel. And I joke about this with my friends. I said I poured out my heart to him in front of 200 people. Poured out my heart to him. Told him what a good look he is for the state of South Carolina. Told him, I explained to him. I said, you don't even know how. I said, you don't even realize the positive effect that you're having on South Carolina, on people like me, people who, because if you notice, South Carolina, we never get any kind of shine. If South Carolina is in the news, we're in the news for something bad a lot of times. Church shooting. God bless those 9 souls. Every time I think about that, I mean, I cringe. We had 9. It's always 9. We had 9 firemen die in a fire. That was years ago. If you guys remember, way back in the day, a lady killed her 2 children, drowned them in the car, and blamed the black guy for it. What was her name? Susan Smith, I think her name was, or something like that. That was South Carolina. Walter Scott got shot in the back by the police while he was running away. Police shot him in the back. South Carolina. Oh, I got a big one for you. The Civil War. The Civil War. South Carolina did not want to give up their slaves back in the day, which started the Civil War. So yeah, we're always in the news, but never in the news for anything good. And a lot of times, celebrities that come from South Carolina, they don't let it be known to the rest of the country that they're from South Carolina. I met Young Jeezy. I got pictures with Young Jeezy, and he was born in Columbia, South Carolina. And I don't know how long he stayed there. I knew he claims Georgia, and he does have one song mentioning Columbia. But for the most part, when I met him, I didn't confront him about it, but I did mention it. I said, you're from South Carolina, man. What's up? I can't remember what I said, but I told him, I mentioned that he was from South Carolina, and he just gave me this look, like, yeah, I'm from South Carolina, but Kwame Brown, born in Charleston, South Carolina. He's supposedly the biggest bust ever, which we all know by now that that's not the case. So, as he's signing the book, wait a minute, let me go back to standing up in front of the crowd, telling people, telling Charlamagne what my feelings. This is before all of the allegations and all these things came out. So I'm telling him in front of all these people, and this is my second time meeting him, mind you. This is my second time, I met him the first time when he came to Charleston to do his book signing. So I already got a book. I already have a book. But I'm going to buy another book, speak to him again. So I'm pouring my heart out to this guy. Look, man, this, that, and the other. You good look, best thing since Chubby Checker. And Chubby Checker's from South Carolina too. Uh, so after he gets off the stage, he says on the mic in front of all these people, "Okay, cool." Because I'm like, you say in your book, any black person. He said, anybody from South Carolina, I'm going to try to do my best to help you out. He said, especially if you're from South Carolina. This is what he said in his book. So I repeat his same words in front of these 200 people. And he's like, oh, cool, cool. When I get off stage, come around, blah, blah, blah. We'll hook up, we'll connect, we'll build, we'll do this, that, and the other. So I get in line, wait, get up to him. First of all, I noticed if you look at the thumbnail, the picture, he has this sour look on his face, like, oh shit, another one of these motherfuckers. He's looking like, I really don't want to deal with this guy, but I gotta put on this show. I'm not, I'm too big for this type of stuff now. That's the look he had on his face. But now there was a little kid in front of me in the line who had written his own book, his first book. It was a little kid, maybe 5 or 6 years old. He had his parents or she, I can't remember if it was a little boy or girl, but the parents was with the kid. And when they told Charlamagne the story about the kid writing this little children's book, which was a cool little story, but um, I could tell that it wasn't the same look between the little kid and me. And then later that day, I saw on his Instagram that he had posted the little kid book, but didn't post mine. But anyways, so we're talking, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I got this. Simon and Schuster. They're coming out with. They're giving me my own uh, imprint. In other words, he's gonna have his own. He's gonna have his own department for publishing books and authors. And the young lady, the activist lady her and my son, I have to look her name up, but Until Freedom, one of the CEOs, I forgot it, Mallory. Anyways, so she's on that imprint. She's published under Charlamagne. Long story short, because I'm getting a little long-winded, he was writing down my phone number in my book that I gave him, Jaja, and he said, as soon as this thing pop off, I'll give you a call. Mind you, I drove all the way to Columbia, hour and a half, stood up in front of 200 people, spilled my heart to this guy. always, I always laugh about that part. Um, Talked to him on the side there a little while, and he took down my number. Now, listen, I'm not upset about it at all. I'm a principle guy. I am an integrity guy. I stand on my own integrity. Had I been in his position and I did the same thing, and I knew for whatever reason I wasn't able to help this guy out, I would say to him, I would call him at some point and say to him, look, man, we looked over the book. Simon and Schuster, the editors or whatever, they looked over the book and they're saying that it's something they can't work with. Not to say that whatever, blah blah blah. You know how people do. But whatever, I would have at least had one of my people call. Look, man, we grew up drinking the same water, man. We grew up drinking the same water. We speak the same dialect. Hell, we probably done ran into each other at a football game or a basketball game or whatever, Northwoods Mall, whatever, you know. And then the third time I see this guy, third time, he doesn't even remember who I am. Seen him 3 times. Third time I see him was after he took my book. And the third time I see him, he doesn't even, either he's pretending not to remember me or he really doesn't remember who I am. I done met you. This is my third time meeting you, sir. You took my book, took my phone number, and gave me a promise as far as I'm concerned. And now you don't even remember me. You know, that's my issue. That's my issue. Integrity, you know. And I look at it like this. I can't help you in some kind of way at the time, you know, but you don't realize, I guess people don't realize sometimes, you know, you never know who you're going to see on the other end. I learned that doing defense contracting for 20 something years. You can be the lowest guy on the totem pole at one point, and on the next contract you could be the manager, you could be the boss. I've been in this situation several times. The lowest guy on the totem pole, the very next contract, now I'm the highest guy on the totem pole. You know, not to say that I'll ever be some famous writer or movie producer or whatever my dreams and aspirations are. But I'm just saying, being from the same place, seeing, look, for those that don't have one of my books, this is a rough draft of Mech. You know, I have the different cover on Mech now, but this is a rough draft of Mech. Look at this. Can a person write? I'm just curious. Now it's possible. It is possible. But can a person write 400 pages? 400. Can the person concentrate on 400 pages? This is maybe 180 some thousand words. You know, of bullshit. It has to be something in this. It has to be something in this. And y'all let me know if you like this cover better than the other cover. This is a dragonfly. I actually like this cover. I don't know why I got away from it. I try, and my daughter drew this cover too, so I may go back to this. I definitely might go back to this cover. But to my point, look at this. That's pretty thick. You think I'm writing this much bullshit? It might be some jewels in here. It might, you know. And this is the book. This is the book that I gave him. It's damn near just as thick. Jaja. Look at this. This is 350 pages, I think. 345 pages. You think this is bullshit, sir? Now, my daughter drew this picture. I helped her out on it. I gave her pointers. But look at that. Look at this. Look at the quality. This is organic. You know, not the toot my own horn or whatever. But this is. You're not gonna see anybody like this for a while. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know, last one. This covers all the 3 books I'm showing you now. These are all the rough drafts. These are all the first copies, so the covers look a little different. But look at this. Look at this. You know, and as you can see, I wrote in all of them, because when I get the rough draft back, I go through and I do another edit. So I do a total of, I don't know, 5 or 6 personal edits, and then I send it off to get it edited. So. And that was Saving Miss Caroline. I mean, that's what I'm on today. This has been. I mentioned something about this earlier. I did mention it earlier. I'm looking for my water. I don't know if this is the right water or not, but anyways. Anyways. Oh wow. Coffee all on my face. So that's my issue. If you say you're gonna do something, you give me your word. What does your word mean? I mean, what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything to me. You know. Hey, more power to you, man. I'm not one of those people jumping on the bandwagon. You know, as far as bashing you and all that stuff, because there wasn't a public beef, you know, between you and I, but there was something. You did do Kwame very wrong. You know, you don't put. Come on, man. You being from the South, black, you don't put people business out there like that. You just don't do stuff like that. You just don't do it. You know. So, you know, and this has been on my chest. You know, sometimes when you have stuff on your chest, you got to get it off. You got to talk about it. You got to tell somebody. You got to tell somebody. I've told people about this, and you know, all of them say, "Well, damn, man, I didn't." You know, as a matter of fact, people come up to me and they ask me because when I took that picture, I put it on Facebook. You know, naturally proud of myself, thinking, you know, something is gonna come from this. So people ask me years later, man, whatever happened with that? With Charlamagne, you know, coming through for you with that Simon and Schuster thing, that the book. And I'm like, well, you know, he said he was gonna call me, and they look at me like, he ain't called yet. No, no. As a matter of fact, the last time I seen him, he didn't even know who I was. And that's gonna be the end of it. I'm not gonna ever visit this again. You know, that's not me. Never gonna visit it again. It's off my chest. I'm moving on. You know. But I had to get it off my chest. Now, like I said, I met Young Jeezy, and you know, Young Jeezy never told me. He never took my number. Never. I did ask him for help, but he never made it seem as though he was gonna do anything about it. You know, which I respect. You know, you don't give a person your word, no matter who it is. You don't give them your word and not come through. You know. I met Terry McMillan. She's seen my Mac the first draft there. I met her in Charleston, and you know, told her that she was one of my inspirations for Mech is a book about it's from five different characters' perspectives. So I'm writing in five different characters, and maybe three or four, I guess you can say sub characters. You know, they're not really main characters, but there are three other characters that I also write from. I think it's three. It's a lot of characters in that book. Um, but she never said she would help me with anything. I never asked for any help. I wanted to let her know that her book, Waiting to Exhale. I read that book, and after reading that book, I was inspired to write from five different characters. Maybe not consciously, but I found myself, you know, when I started writing Mech, it developed into five different characters. And say, Waiting to Exhale is she's writing from five different characters. I think five or maybe more. So I just wanted to let her know that she was some of my inspiration. Um, the most recent celebrity I met was Miss Nikki Giovanni, and she was very, you know, she was pretty much out of time when I got to her because I was the last one in line, thinking I would get the most amount of time with her, and it ended up she was about to miss her flight. So we took a picture, and that was it. I mean, we spoke a little bit, but it wasn't enough for her to remember anything. Um, but yeah, that's where I'm at on this. That's why I'm gonna leave it. I don't mean to project any negative energy this morning. Again, you guys have a good morning. Um, be blessed, and it's time for me to get back to writing because I'm. This is a little intermission. A little intermission. And shout out once again to the great Slick Rick the Ruler, Uncle Ricky.